The career path to becoming a conductor is very unusual. Most of the time, people study an instrument because, again, you can study the piano at any time, you can study the violin or the flute, but an orchestra is a group of people. And so most people don't have 80 people that they can just call up and study conducting at the age of 6. You know, it's very unusual. So most conductors don't really start conducting until they're much older. And so even though I always wanted to be a conductor since I was 7 years old, you have to wait until you're given opportunities to do that. Now, that didn't mean I couldn't study orchestral music and learn how to study a score and understand different instruments. I only play the piano, but I've taken violin lessons and I understand how other instruments work. So there are other ways to prepare for being a conductor outside of actually standing in front of an orchestra. And again, I can practice what are called beat patterns, which are the way that conductors move their hands to communicate things to the orchestra. I could practice that on my own, and I could practice that with someone playing the piano, pretending to be the orchestra, just so that I knew what I was doing. But conducting an orchestra is really about communication. And again, the baton is not the instrument. The orchestra is the instrument. And so you can't really become a great conductor just practicing in front of your mirror or practicing in front of a piano, because you have to learn to expand yourself to be able to command the attention of an entire group of people who spread out before you. And some of them are quite distant. And so it's a learned skill that you learn over time. Part of it is also, as being a conductor, when we're rehearsing, we have to think about the music that we're hearing right now in this moment and remember what's right and what's wrong. So we have to remember what we heard in the past, and then we have to prepare our hands and our gestures for the music that's immediately going to happen. So I have to be in 3 different places at once. I have to be in the past and in the present and in the future.